Welcome to the Wealth Wisdom, where knowledge becomes power and power builds your future.
In today's video, I have a small 76-cent penny stock that is looking very undervalued right now because they are showing very impressive growth across all key metrics. And after running from $4 to $11 throughout the year, it recently dropped to under $1 and looks very oversold. In today's video, I will be talking about UniFuels Holdings, ticker symbol UFG on NASDAQ. But before we get into the video, if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps the channel out so much. For anyone that's new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. Now, let's get straight into it. UniFuels is a fast-growing global provider of marine fuel solutions, helping shipping companies optimize fuel procurement across all markets. The stock is listed on NASDAQ, ticker symbol UFG. Founded in 2021, UniFuels has evolved from modest beginnings into a dynamic, forward-thinking company backed by a passionate team and growing presence across multiple locations. The company operates in Singapore, Dubai, and Seoul, and plans to expand globally, including new offices in Asia, Europe, and America. Now, you might not have heard of this company before, and that is fair because they only went public this year. UniFuels IPO was in January 2025, where they debuted on NASDAQ at $4. The stock initially ran to $6 in Q1 before dropping heavily in the summer. However, the stock took off again quickly, making huge gains going from under $2 up to over $11 in September. But right now, this stock is trading just above the all-time low of 0.70. While some analysts are valuing this stock as high as $7, which I will look at in a moment. So, what is UniFuels and what exactly do they do? UniFuels operates as a Singapore-based provider of marine fuel solutions, including marketing, reselling, and brokering of products such as very low sulfur fuel oil, VLSFO, high sulfur fuel oil, marine gas oil, MGO, and biomarine fuel. The company serves shipping companies and suppliers globally with global operations across regions, including Asia-Pacific, the Middle East, and Europe, serving customers of all sizes from small to large, supplying various types of vessels which we can see here. Now, this is important to note. The shipping industry, which handles 90% of global trade, ranks as the third largest global contributor to global transportation emissions. The IMO has set ambitious goals of 40% reduction in CO2 emissions by 2030 and a 50% decrease in total greenhouse gases by 2050. These regulatory demands have put shipping companies under extreme pressure to reduce their environmental impact while ensuring safe and cost-efficient operations. And this has huge overall market implications. In several recent reports, the sustainable marine fuels market is set to see significant growth. Vision Research reports that the global sustainable marine fuel market size was estimated at around $4.2 billion in 2023. is projected to hit $145 billion by 2033, growing at a compound annual growth rate of over 50% from 24 to 2023, while President S research is expecting a surge to $648 billion by 2034. And a September 2025 report published by Market US gives an even higher estimate of the expected growth over the next 10 years. In recent news, UniFuels announced the opening of its new office in Limor, Cyprus. This strategic move shows the company's commitment to expanding its international footprint and connecting with customers across the European markets. The Limor office is the company's first in Europe, alongside offices in Dubai and Shanghai, which also started operations this year. Marks a pivotal milestone in UniFuels' ongoing global expansion. The company is doubling down on its efforts to provide localized expertise and enhance operational agility to synergize efficient operations beyond its current bases and offer customers reliable fuel delivery across high-demand corridors. With UniFuels CEO stating that with this move, we gain access to real-time market intelligence and regional market nuances, enabling us to support our customers in optimizing their operational performance while navigating the ever-changing business landscape. And this follows on from the company's move earlier this year to set up a new office in Shanghai in June. As part of its ongoing expansion plan, UniFuels is actively forging regional partnerships and deepening access in key marine fuel hubs. As home to the world's busiest container port, Shanghai serves as a vital hub and a gateway to global shipping. Now, with this company only going public this year and having such a small market cap, there is no major Wall Street analysts covering this stock. However, the stock has been covered by Zacks Small Cap Research, who have given this a $7 price target. Now, this report is well worth checking out. They have given a great overview of the company and the industry and also the risks, as well as highlighting some of the competitive advantages that UniFuels have, some of which I've already mentioned. But in their summary, they have stated that UniFuels has the potential to generate substantial levels of free cash flow over the long-term time frame as market share gains and international expansion continue to drive high levels of revenue growth. The company's current stock price does not reflect that potential level of profitable growth going forward when market share gains continue to accelerate in future years. And we believe the stock to be significantly undervalued at this time. We believe our multiple valuation methods support our DCF valuation, which provides a target price of $7 per share. Now, this is a very interesting article on Seeking Alpha, and it is well worth checking out if you're interested in this stock. Uni Fuels Holdings expanding the distribution network. Now, it's time to prove profitability. So the author here highlights the company's ambitious growth strategy, where UniFuels is expanding its distribution network and shifting to direct sales, but also highlights the geopolitical risks, trade wars, and the transition to cleaner fuels as both challenges and risks for this type of stock. Now, interestingly here, this was written at a time when the shares were trading far above their IPO level. The price of publication was almost $9, whereas right now, the stock is trading at only a tiny fraction of that price. I'm not going to go into this article, in detail because it's quite long, but you can check this out on Seeking Alpha. There is a lot of good details, and there is a link to Seeking Alpha in the description under this video. Now, UniFuels did release their latest financials a few weeks ago, and their growth is looking very solid. On the operational side, transaction volume surged 75% period over period to 502, up from 287 last year. Total marine fuel deliveries increased by 90% to approximately 217,000 metric tons, compared with 114 metric tons a year ago. The company supplied marine fuel to 359 vessels, an 80% increase from 200 vessels in the same period last year. Operations expanded to 103 ports, a 98% increase, and the company strengthened its customer base, serving 179 customers, up 106% from 87 customers. So, that is all brilliant. Every metric is showing huge growth on the operational side of things. But on the financial side, total revenues have increased to approximately $114 million, up 50% from $74 million last year. However, the cost of revenues increased by a fairly equal amount over the same period. As a result, gross profit improved to approximately $0.1 million, up 40% from $1.5 million. And we can see those figures here on the income statement with revenue increasing massively. In fact, the company recorded revenue in 2023 of about $70 million for the whole year. Now they have $114 million in just 6 months. So they have been able to sustain this growth over the past couple of years. And while profit margins are yet to see that increase that we would love to see, they do have a very strong balance sheet. UniFuels has total assets of over $30 million and total liabilities of just 18. This is a strong improvement on 2024, where total stockholder equity has increased from just $4.5 million up to over $12 million in the last year, and with cash of over $6.7 million. This is a very strong balance sheet for a company with a market cap of only about $24 million. But guys, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts about UniFuels in the comments below. At the current price, I think this looks very interesting. But remember that I'm not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So, always do your own due diligence. If you enjoyed this video, then remember to like and subscribe.